Wish my mom could have heard it, she'd have believed it.
I'm gonna call and tell him.
First, let me thank all of you on behalf of my wife and family for the wonderful support that you have given to me to been able to serve this village for half a century. I always say I was raised on the streets of Lenox Avenue, became a big shot, moved uptown from 132nd Street and Lenox Avenue to 135th and Lenox Avenue. And that's where I was, that's where I'm staying. And every one of you have been such support, such an inspiration. And God has been good to me, and I hope she's just as good to all of you. Inez?
Yes, I'm behind you.
You may be the last one staying behind, remember the old days, but it's all a beginning. And I guess for the governor, a lot of people will believe, why is he here? But he's home. I think the governor's been to Mount Nebo more than a lot of the elected officials in our district. But this is a good time for all of us to get together, Muriel. To me, we are really going through the second Reconstruction. To me, whatever reason people came to this continent and took it, when they were drafting that beautiful document, the Declaration of Independence, I looked long and hard and I couldn't find me no place in it. And I got the impression that they weren't thinking about a lot of black folks, brown folks, or yellow folks coming here. But someone put in that document in order to perfect a more perfect union. And I said, that must be what they're talking about. And we've been through some rough times. And that Reconstruction was almost as bad as the Civil War. But I got a call not too long ago when someone said, Congressman, I got some very bad news to tell you, but I want to tell you first that spring is coming. And I just lost my dad and your friend, but spring is coming because we all now appreciate all that he's done for all of us, and we don't want you to feel sad. And so when the governor says that there's a season for everything, and I see all these wonderful clergy who every day try to make life a little better for all of us. And I realize that I can't jump up like I used to, but I'm here.
All right.
And I know that it's hard for me to imagine. I knew Donald Trump. There was no way in the world that I thought that someone as dumb and mean as he could possibly. I was in total amazement when he would speak. But it just seemed like if ever God or Jesus wanted to test us, we have been tested, you know? And then on top of that, while we're struggling through poverty and looking for better education and homes for our children, to have a disease that no one knows where it came from, how we're going to cope with it, what's going to cure it, how many people got to get it, and to know that if you were poor and sick in the beginning, it's going to be worse for you now than ever before. And yet, as this call came, I was reminded, but spring was coming.
No.
Because there was a no-nonsense guy that didn't give a damn about the confusion that the president had, and he took charge. And his name was Andrew Cuomo.
All right.
And he didn't tell us not to forget and that it's nothing, that it's just passing through. And didn't tell us to panic, that damn it hell we weren't going to be around tomorrow. He said, let me tell you what's going on here. This is some very serious business. And he not only brought the most scientific evidence and political direction, but he brought it in such a way that so many people say, I don't know what the hell he said, but I have so much comfort that somebody is in charge and that we got to get over this thing and we got to do it together. And governors from all over the country were saying, what the hell is going on? But they watched and they listened to Governor Cuomo, and I felt so proud as a New Yorker
Yes.
because people were calling saying, you got hit the hardest, but you really are pulling through because somehow you managed to have a governor that had the spirit
That's right.
to allow you to know that this is just one more obstacle. The Reverends can explain to you what my mother meant when they say that God works in mysterious ways. But Governor, I truly believe that as a result of what has happened to us, not only in Washington, but with this virus, that in order for this country to get back on its feet and become once again the international economic and moral leader, that we're going to take Washington to rebuild this country like that proclamation meant and like the Constitution should have meant. And we're going to rebuild our schools, our hospitals, our communities. And we don't have to love each other, but we got to need each other because of what this world is going through. And we have a governor that has the experience from his father and generations that he has served with to make certain that when America is rebuilt, that the color of our skin would not be how you're going to be treated, it's going to be taken care of. Now, some people must say, well, why would the governor pick a time like this to be coming to hospital to Harlem to be getting a shot? Well, in my opinion, when people start piling up on you and you're trying to figure out, is this the same country that says that you can make any allegation that you want to make, but due process
Come on now.
and a hearing
Come on, Charlie.
is basically what we believe in this country, then you would hope that any one of us, and when I say any one of us, I mean it. I don't care whether you're a clergy, a politician, a business person, you go to your family and you go to your friends because you know that they are going to be with you. And I could not have felt more proud than I did, and I call Inez when I read a statement that she had issued, Lonnie Lundell Davis, it reminded me of it. And she didn't just speak for an assembly person, she spoke for our community, saying back off, until you got some facts, and at the same time to say to the governor, thank you so much for what you have done, what you are doing, and what you continue to do, because springtime is here.